Welcome to the first video on Chapter 6. It's about linear systems. And a linear system is a set of two or more equations with the same variables. So we're going to be doing, I like to maybe do like a little squiggle. So whenever you have two or more equations and you have the same variables, usually x and y, that's called a linear system. And to find the solution of a system, we need an ordered pair of numbers that satisfies both. So it's going to be find an x and a y that works for both equations. Okay, so in 1, 2, and 3, it says tell whether the ordered pair is or is not a solution of the system. It means that if you were to plug in 4 for x and 1 for y, it should work for both. It's got to work for both. If it doesn't, it's no. If it does, it's yes. All right, so let's plug in 4 for x and 1 for y, and let's see if we get 6. Okay, so if x is 4 and if y is 1, what do we get? Well, 4 plus 2 times 1 is 6. So yes, the first one does work. Now let's try the second one. All right, so into the second one, we're going to plug in 4 for x and 1 for y, and let's see if we get 11. So 3 times 4 plus 1. All right, well, 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 plus 1 is 13. Uh-oh, that's not 11. So we would say no, that is not a solution. It has to work for both. Okay, so down here, circle solution or not a solution. We would circle not a solution. Okay, so there's 3 big ways to solve a system. And the first one is to solve by graphing. And what you do is you graph the first line, and then you graph the second line, and then wherever they intersect, that ordered pair is the solution of the system. All right, so I'm going to graph my first line in purple. Begin with the b, so we're going to begin at 2, and then the slope is negative 1/2. So down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. I'm actually going to go a little more than I usually would, and I'm also going to go the other direction. Up 1, left 2. Up 1, left 2. And you'll see why I'm doing this. I'm going to span the whole graph, and you'll see why in a minute. And then if you have something straight, connect the dots, and that is our first line. All right, now I'm going to take a new color, and we're going to graph the second line. So this one, begin with the b. We're going to begin down at negative 2. And then the slope is 3/2. So up 3, right 2. Up 3, right 2. Now actually, I think we have it already. Do you guys already see a point where both graphs intersect? Let me zoom in a little. Oh, I can't. Okay. So I'm going to connect the dots, make that line. And then can you guys find the ordered pair where both lines cross? And that is right here. And the ordered pair is, I think it's 2, 1. So the answer is 2, 1. Do you guys see that? Pretty easy. So just graph the two lines and see where they cross. 2, 1. And then if you guys ever wanted to check it, you could take x is 2, y is 1, and plug them in, and they should work for both. All right, I'm going to show one more on the back, and then if you would like to stop, you can. Or if you want to keep watching, I'll do one more. All right, so number 3, in order to graph the line, you should start by getting y alone. Okay, so in the first equation, if you want to get y alone, we're going to have to minus the 2x to the other side, right? Draw the wall. To get y alone, we have to minus 2x, Remember, this is old stuff. So the first one's going to be y equals negative 2x minus 1. And then the second one, if we want to get y alone, we're going to add x to both sides. And you get 2y equals x plus 8. And then to officially get y alone, we have to heart method, divide every single piece by 2. And then we'll just do it up here. It's y equals, okay, 1x divided by 2, I would just write that as 1/2 x. And then 8 divided by 2 is positive 4. Okay, so those are our two lines that we're going to graph. All right, begin with the B and move with the M. I'm going to do the blue line first. Begin at the y-intercept at negative 1, and then the slope is negative 2 over 1. So I'm going to go down to right 1. Down to right 1. And again, I'm just going to keep going down to right 1. And because I don't know where the other line's going to be, I'm also going to continue it in the other direction. Up to left 1, up to left 1, up to left 1, up to left 1. Hopefully we don't have to go this far, but just in case, I want to span the whole graph. All right, and I'm going to connect the dots, and that's my first line. And then I'm going to graph the second line. Begin with the B. We're going to begin at 4. And then our slope is 1/2. So begin at 4, y-intercept at 4, and the slope is positive 1 over 2. So up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. But as you can see, if you keep going this way, you're not going to cross. So let's go the other way. Down 1, left 2. Down 1, left 2. And I think you guys will notice that we do have our intersection right there. So let's connect the dots. And then what is the ordered pair where the two lines cross? I see it right here, and that's at negative 2, 3. So the solution is x is negative 2, y is 3. Oh, sorry. Negative 2, 3. All right, sounds good. If you guys would like to pause the video now, go ahead. If anybody wants to do one more, we're going to do number 4. So I'm going to put a little X here. Feel free to stop right here if you get the gist of it. Okay, for those of you that are still watching, number 4, we have to get y alone first. So for the top equation, we're going to have to add x. So y is going to be positive x plus 5. And then for the second equation, to get y alone, we have to minus the 2x. All right, so we have to minus the 2x first. And there we go. Y equals, I'm going to rewrite the order, negative 2x plus 8. But it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to graph those two lines and see where they cross. So for the first line, begin at y equals 5, and the slope is 1 over 1, if nothing's there. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. I don't know how far I have to go, so I'm going to just kind of go the whole graph again. Sometimes this is totally unnecessary, and sometimes it's right at the edge, so you have to do it. So just to be safe, I'm going to cover the whole graph. All right, line 2, begin at 8. So y-intercept at 8, and the slope is negative 2 over 1. So from this point down to, oh my gosh, look at that one spot. Down to right 1, I think we have it, right? So as soon as you see those two lines cross at a point, find that ordered pair and you are done. So the ordered pair is, looks like 1 comma 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 comma 6. And again, if you want to check it, just plug it in and it should work for both. right, so that is our first method of solving systems. It's called solve by graphing. Thanks for watching.